I'm Naomi Wright, and I play Elizabeth Bennet.
And I'm Eric Craig, and I play Mr. Darcy.
I think I love her so much that I don't even think about her in terms of the iconography, because it's like it means so much for me to be playing her just on a personal level that it doesn't even expand to that, because she's my favorite literary heroine.
Which is one of the most interesting women in literature.
Absolutely.
I think.
I do think so too.
I read this book for the first time in grade 12 and loved it, sort of weirdly, as a 17-year-old boy. But I immediately was completely charmed by it. I feel like every woman in my life, from like literally my grandmother, everyone is like, oh, you're playing Mr. Darcy, and you kind of watch people go away to this starry place of like, you're like the most romantic sort of man in the world. And I think, well, I don't think I'm the most romantic man in the world, but I'm going to have to be.
Right, yeah. There are characters throughout literature that are set up as these antagonists, like Beatrice and Benedict, and there's something that we find delightful in that. Well, at least I do. They're the most interesting characters to me. The ones that sort of fall in love, maybe because it's truest to life, that you don't like, that once you just see, like the romantic notion of Romeo and Juliet, that like you fall in love at first sight and it's just circumstance that keeps you apart. I mean, there's something maybe more interesting about the friction that they have at first.
And something very modern, too. We sort of talked a little bit in rehearsal about this being, in some ways, one of the earliest examples of kind of a modern idea of what a relationship should be. There's sort of a meeting of the minds rather than sort of a cliched sort of, gazing that happens across crowds of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, within this world, I guess that for both of them, that, Elizabeth is a modern woman in the way that she isn't just seduced by Mr. Darcy's money and title and title of his family.
Which is appealing to him, I think.
Yes.
He's surrounded by women who are
only want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.